So what bets did you make? Did you guys make any bets tonight, actually, or were you just kind of making picks, waiting for tomorrow night?
I did not make any bets tonight.
Mm-mm.
I was gonna bet on the Sixers, but then I forgot and just didn't do it.
Yeah, I feel
'Cause I
that.
was trying to figure out my TV situation because every channel didn't work for some reason.
Well, yeah, I took Memphis. If any of you guys followed me out there, made a little bit of
Memphis
money
went
today.
ham today, dude. They won by like 10, 12 points,
They
give or
did.
take.
They
I think.
did. They were an underdog today, and they pulled it out. I thought it was a great win. I'm glad I made that bet this morning on out of a whim, just looking through the lines on hashtag DraftKings. So
Sure, and Ja was sitting on the bench too, so that's more impressive.
yeah, Ja was on the bench, and it was a fun watch. It was a fun watch.
He wait.
I should have the other game on right now. I'm not. I don't even know which game is on currently. I don't
I
have
believe
anything on.
Sixers Lakers are playing right now.
Sixers
Ja
Lakers.
waved at the Knicks. Shit. Actually, you need to cut that out. But the Knicks fan, when he said goodbye, or the net, whoever they played,
Ja played the Nets. Yeah,
yeah, he waved
Brooklyn.
goodbye. He's like, "See ya." After they won, it was funny.
Oh man, that's great. Well, this is the Smoke the Spread podcast. It is March 24th. Good morning. I hope this gives you something to watch on your way to work and talk about while you're avoiding work on the phone with your friends or at the water cooler, instead of at your desk or doing whatever you're supposed to be doing. So thanks for avoiding work with us this morning and on into the afternoon. We're going to get started. I made a whiteboard over here of some things I want to discuss with the boys today. This is a little more informal podcast, how most of them are going to be. Did you guys see that Tyreek Hill officially got sent to the Dolphins?
You
Yeah,
want to catch some passes from Tua?
I'll be honest though. I mean, you're talking about what he can bring if he's in his prime right now. Uh,
B.
29th pick, I think was the first pick they gave up. I know they have another one. But the 29th pick being the first round pick they gave up, I'll be honest with you, ain't not a damn person in this draft, in the first round, that can make up for Tyreek can do it next year. So,
Nope.
That's
I know
probably
you got to give up a bunch after the fact, but maybe worth it.
You think they maybe should have tried to sign him before Devontae got paid in Oakland?
No, because I think they well, there's no way they could have because they didn't know Tyreek was going to be available.
Well,
I
no,
think he's
what
talking
I'm
about the
saying,
Chiefs signing them.
I'm
The Chiefs signing Tyreek to a long-term contract. What are you saying?
yeah, I'm
40
saying if the
40
Chiefs probably could have got a better value if they would have signed before Devontae got a massive deal in Oakland, right?
Yeah, but he declined it. He declined the deal.
He did
Yeah.
decline whatever the offer was.
So I mean, you
just don't know
can't
what it
do
was.
shit when he declines it.
That's true.
Yeah,
And
sure. He says, "See ya, bro. I'm out of here."
I think someone was telling me he got pissy about kind of the way the team was going. Man, if you got Patrick Mahomes throwing to you week in and week out, sign me
Why
up
would
for
you
the Hall
wanna
of
live?
Fame, man. Yeah, sign me up for the Hall of Fame.
now he's got a
I'll sit-
lefty.
Pay me whatever you want.
Now the lefty Tua is going to be throwing him the ball. You think he can catch a left-handed spiral?
I'll tell you what, one's better than the other. I'll tell you that, Will.
For now.
That's obvious.
For
The
now.
obvious pick, Mahomes.
Yeah, for now.
So last night on Twitter, my Twitter recap that I did and posted, I talked about some of those new rules that baseball is implementing. You guys like the roster expansion? I think it's not a bad thing. Get some more people paid, right? Isn't that what the players wanted? More
I'm
money
alright with
anyway.
it.
I'm surprised I missed that. What's the roster expansion?
Is it 25 or
Added key players
28?
to the bench.
26 was last year's. That was
The
the
20.
adjustment.
I think it's 28. I could be
think we
wrong.
Jumped to 28.
I could be.
I think.
28, and that's good for us as Braves fans.
Yeah, let me look at it.
Yep.
I don't want to be wrong here on our super factual podcast.
Braves gonna repeat, boys, right? We're gonna repeat division champs, and we're also gonna try and repeat the World Series champs, boys.
Just be careful. The roster is about the same as last year.
I still think we can win the division. I'm not so sure about the World
Yeah.
Series just yet because we
Oh,
haven't seen them.
I know we can win the division.
Yeah, the roster's it's 28. I was right. I knew I was right. I went over that enough last night.
Yeah, 28. So that means we can keep an extra pitcher too.
Yeah, we got one bench player and one pitcher on our extra.
So I like that. I like that as a Braves fan. I like that as a baseball fan. I like that. I don't like the ghost runner rule. What do you guys think about that?
That's stupid, dude. It's so
They
stupid.
brought that back.
Yeah,
So
dude. It's awful.
Only in
Why did they do
2022.
that?
It'll be dissolved in 2023, so it's only lasting one more season.
Why the fuck are we even bringing it back?
It was dumb last year, so why did they bring it back?
Little League in California? Why are we doing that?
I think they think it's a little more exciting and that it makes the extra innings go by faster, so you don't have games that go 5-6 innings. But I don't like that a bunt in a single can win you a game.
I don't like that someone.
Braves were.
If you're gonna put a runner on second, you might as well give him one out.
Wells,
I'm down with that, the one out, but they didn't do that, I don't believe. Braves lost so many
Oh, they
games
did that
because of
they're a
that
bunch of
rule
idiots.
last year.
We can manage
Yeah.
the damn MLB better than this. Garbage, man.
Let's do it, Phil.
did you guys see the picture from the Minnesota front office today that went viral on Twitter?
Nah, I don't use Twitter that often.
I guess it was like safe unloading day, but there were like 3 Brinks trucks backed up, and everyone was like, "Carlos Correa has arrived."
You sure they didn't just demolish the stadium?
Oh man,
Good for Carlos Correa. I mean, he's going to capitalize on what was it, 3-4 year deal, $100+ million. He'll get paid. So hopefully he sustains that career so that he can get paid on the back end. Otherwise, he's going to end up taking a pay cut.
for sure.
If he can't produce for the next 4 years, or at least 3 of them, right?
Yeah.
So,
I moved.
I wish him the best. He's a fun player to watch.
Wiggle your mic around a little bit, Phil. It's giving us some static again.
Do I need to hold it up like I am?
Can't hear you at all now.
Now we can't hear you, dog.
You're gone completely.
At all?
We hear you, sort of.
Nope.
Nothing. All right, now, more importantly, boys, what do you think of the rule?
Try the computer mic. Just unplug the mic. Might have to change your settings in Discord.
What do y'all think about the pitchers able to hit? I think that's
I
pretty
like
cool.
that.
I like a pitchers that rakes, bro. Oh,
Yeah.
Madison Bumgarner hitting dingers.
I don't think you'll see very much of it though, because they're not going to
no.
sacrifice that DH spot. Now Otani will, because he can hit home runs, dingers, ham
He's like
sandwiches.
the only one. Ham sandwiches, boys. We like ham sandwiches. He's like the only one that's going to be able to use that, because otherwise they're going to remove a bat from somebody that's better.
Yeah.
That can hit home runs or get on base and
Yeah.
base.
Can y'all hear me now?
Oh, much better.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Otani's going to be the exception of the rule. I mean, you're not going to find too many places that are going to be like that. Like we had we won the Silver Slugger with Max Fried, and I guarantee you he doesn't hit.
No, I hope he doesn't hit because he might get injured. We need him on the mound.
And
He
that's
been
the
throwing
reason for the
7
rule
innings.
change right there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Exactly. I said that last night in our Twitter trending topics recap. If anybody minded to watch it. Any other baseball news you guys want to talk about? I think it's funny that we have Josh Donaldson and Garrett Cole on the same team in New York. The
They
Mets.
hate each other. That's great.
Wells let me know earlier. I did see it on Twitter as well that the Mets and the Yankees and all other sports teams in New York are now safe. On Thursday, which would be tomorrow, the vaccine rule will change. Entertainment and athletes are no longer implemented in that law, so we don't have to see Aaron Judge 40% of the season. We get to see him all of the season.
I mean, let's be
Tyrese
honest.
gonna play in the playoffs, bro.
That wasn't going to actually stand up. Like let's be real with each other. I mean, they're outside. They're probably more evenly spaced than any other any other fucking game out there that's making money. And I believe that law was originally passed for inside like businesses. I mean, the Nets and Knicks just happened to be that. It was dumb that it even became a headline in baseball, but here we are talking about it. So I'd rather just move on and talk about what great this season's going to actually bring from a competitive standpoint. So, yeah. Let's go baseball.
Yeah, I'm ready for baseball. We'll
Chop
go
on,
over.
boys.
We're gonna have a
Chop
baseball
on.
preview. Got it written
Oh,
in
yeah.
here on the whiteboard. We're gonna do a little MLB opening day preview here in the next couple of episodes. So stay tuned for that. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment. If you're not leaving comments, leave comments. Criticize me. Call me ugly. Call me handsome. Ask some questions.
Coming on my glasses. Let's go. Bring it on.
We will. We're
Bring
here
it
for all
on,
the comments.
boys.
Got to
You guys-
shave today, too.
You guys want to get into the Sweet
Sugar
16?
like
You guys want to get into the
Joe
Sweet
Dirt.
16?
You got some Joe Dirt going on, bro.
You ever been to the Sweet 16?
I've never been to a Sweet 16 personally.
Yeah.
My team has. Seems like forever ago, but my team has. I think the last time my team was there, we got put out by Sister Jean on like her 102nd birthday, or 101st birthday.
That was embarrassing. That was
So, yeah,
embarrassing.
no. What,
Losing to
100,
Sister
so what,
Jean.
3 years ago?
Yeah,
About
yeah.
a
Something like that.
At $1.03 now?
So I'm pulling up my bracket here. Are you guys ready for the Sweet
Hey, the
16?
Canes
I'm
won,
excited.
bro. I believe.
They
That was
did.
that money line pick. That was another money line pick. That was a good
Canes on
money.
fire.
My 3 money line picks, 2 of them hit. So as long as you didn't listen to Illinois, you were okay.
Okay, well, let's start with the Fighting Musses, the Eric Musselman's Arkansas Razorbacks, the Hogs, and Gonzaga.
Hogs.
In Gonzaga,
Give me them Hogs,
I had the
boys.
Hogs going out early. They were hot at a lot of points throughout the season. I just didn't think they looked their best going up against some other teams in the SEC, and they proved me wrong up to this point. And I'm kind of rooting for them. As long as it's not Alabama or Kentucky or Florida or Georgia, I don't mind rooting for somebody like an Arkansas who hasn't really posed a threat to me in a hot minute. So, although I do have Gonzaga in my Final Four, so I've got Gonzaga moving on this one. I think Arkansas puts up a good fight. Anything you guys are wanting to put some money on, Phil? I'll let you go first on this one.
Minus 9.5 to Gonzaga. 155 money line. Those of you who have followed us this long, we've talked about the way that Arkansas can stay in this as an actual track meet. Their running gun, if you stop them and slow them down, that's where you can really beat these guys. We haven't really talked about Gonzaga. This is the best of the best when it comes to run and gun, transitional offense, what they can do to you in the half court. Chet Holmgren has really kind of showed his frustration with this bigger size in the competition. I am betting the over on this. I think this is going to be a lights out, crazy offensive game, very little defense. I'm going to take Gonzaga with the points, too. I'd probably bet on them to win by 10 because when it gets down low, they can actually run set plays where Arkansas can't. If I'm picking one of the two, give me the spread, or excuse me, give me the over-under at 155, take the over, and get ready for a track meet, baby. Let's go.
Track meet. Wells, first thing you would do.
Let's go.
First thing you would do if you were the size
Away
of
from
Chet Holmgren.
Arkansas.
No, if you were the size of Chet for Gonzaga, have you seen this guy? Have you watched a Gonzaga basketball game?
Is he the 7-footer?
Yeah, he's a 7-footer.
10, 134, dripping wet.
Yeah, I'll pull up his diameters.
I'd probably eat some Chick-fil-A, bro.
First thing you do is go to Chick-fil-A.
Any food's good food. Any food's good.
You're gonna pack on the weight with
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. Good protein in that chicken, huh? Yo, I heard what.
Sir.
You remember when Jim Harbaugh said he won't eat a chicken because it's a scared animal?
Yeah, I mean, that was hilarious.
Red meat
Wolverines
only.
are pretty scared.
That was the most outrageous thing he's ever said, probably. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Speaking
Right.
of Harbaugh, did you see that he's
he's a bigger
Russian
idiot.
Bowl?
Michigan extended him, so.
He made the Final Four this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for him.
We'll see.
Shout
what
out Shea
happens.
Patterson.
Yeah, we'll see what he does. How about Notre Dame, Texas? No, not Notre Dame, Texas Tech. Notre Dame's out of it. It's Texas Tech, Duke, and this is the game that I have Duke going home
Duke.
on. What do you guys think,
Duke's winning. Duke's getting the W, boys.
Yeah.
Phil?
I'm calling it W.
If you haven't bet on
Blue
Duke
Devils.
at all this year, Texas Tech is -1. Okay. Like if you needed more reason to actually bet on Mike Krzyzewski in his last games, I mean, this could be his last game. I do have Texas Tech actually beating Duke in this game, so it's a very big conflict of interest. The over-under is 137. It's going to be a good game. ESPN knows it's going to be a good game. Vegas knows it's going to be a good game. Just for shits and giggles, I would look at that money line. If it's anywhere above 150, I'm going to throw some cash on Duke. There's just no reason not to. They can win this game very, very more easily than maybe some of these other teams that would be, the underdog on this line. I will be also hedging my bet on Texas Tech just because I believe that's who's actually going to win. I think the over hits in this game because it has that potential for overtime. So I'm going to take the over at 137 if you're not feeling confident on an actual team. I'm actually double betting on this one like a dumbass. I'm not the best with my money. I'm going to bet live Texas Tech off the bat, and then if the money line makes sense for Duke, I am going to take a look at that. That way, either way, I'm making money, but this is what March is. Strap yourself in for a fucking great-ass game.
Wells, Duke, Texas Tech. You said Duke, I believe.
Duke, 100%. I'm confident in them. Duke's going to win, and I am going to also bet on the over. 137, that's going to hit. I believe in it. It's in the air.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of points. I like points, so give me some more points, boys.
More points. I like that. Yeah, I like the over in that game, and I also like Texas Tech on the money line. I know Duke's probably the favorable pick there because there's more money to be made, but I like how hot Texas Tech has been since about that third or fourth week of the season. They just haven't really cooled down, so I'm going Texas Tech. Now, the next one is one we probably should have been listening to Phil on the whole time. I have not been listening. I know they finished their season hot, but I refuse to think they were as good as Phil was making them out to be. But North Carolina knows how to score points, and I honestly, at this point in my bracket, think I have them moving past UCLA. What do you think?
This is the matchup you wanted. You wanted a 5v4 because, come on, you can beat UCLA. They've really shown out. They've been athletic. Love has been going off. You got the down low. You got their center, freaking State. Let's go. They're good. The over-under's at 141.5. Look me. I'm going to take the over. They're not even the favorite. UCLA -2.5. So yet again, I will bet on this money line as plus odds, and I'm going to throw a heavy chunk on it because I'm sorry, but North Carolina's moving on in this game. UCLA doesn't have a shot. It's I don't know. Get on my bandwagon. Watch the game with me. I don't know the time yet. I'll have to check it. Hell, I'll watch it live because get ready for the Tar Heels to move on. I mean, it's Elite 8 time, baby.
Well, so you on the Tar Heel train with me? Me and Phil are on the Tar Heel train.
I'm on the Tar Heel train. The Carolina Blue, baby, is going to get the W.
Oh, yeah.
What's
I forgot.
Not the over. What's the spread?
2.5 UCLA is -2.5.
I'm going to take Carolina to win, and I'm going to take them to cover it as well.
They're sleeping on our boys. They're just sleeping on them.
Yeah, I like North Carolina there. And as well as reminded me, beautiful baby blues
yes, sir.
North Carolina Sky Blues in March. Not baby. Tar Heel blue, baby.
Carolina Blue goes hard in the paint.
Now,
It's gonna be a fun
before we get into the next head-to-head matchup, does anyone will somebody do some research and let me know how old Doug Ebert is and what year he's in? Is he a sophomore, junior, senior? I need to know this information. If somebody wants to give it a quick Google.
I do know he has the best slick mustache in the game.
Great
It's
mustache.
also sponsored by Buffalo Wild
That's what I'm
Wings.
getting into, Wells. That's what I'm getting into. So he got an NIL today from Buffalo Wild Wings, and in the picture, he's just got about 100 chicken wings on a table. I'm telling you, what reason I ask his age is because if he is a senior and this is it for him, the woo-ha's over. What is keeping him from using that NIL at Buffalo Wild Wings to just splurge all through the summer baseball season, all into the fall, and all into the next spring? It's got to be a 1-year deal, right? They're not signing him to like a month, right? I don't know the terms and agreements. They might only give him a month deal. But if that Buffalo Wild Wings NIL deal is worth a year, I am milking that. I'm going to be at B-Dubs at least twice a week. At least twice a week, if not 3 times a week. Do they still do soda in a bag? Because give me like a Sprite and a Coke, like in the big plastic bag.
Slap bag of soda?
Slap bag of soda from Buffalo Wild Wings.
This isn't the Tour de Franzia. Get the hell out of here.
No, we slap bag of soda, some wings, fries, maybe a Coors Light. Oh,
Coors Light, good stuff.
life would be great. But anyway, St. Peter's, the miracle child of this fucking tournament, the Cinderella, whatever you want to call them, matched up against Purdue. You think they stand a chance? Purdue is in my Final Four. I really think Purdue can get it done. And hear me out here. I'm going to give you my opinions first. Purdue's just way too big. Kentucky was big. Kentucky should have stopped them, but Kentucky's not as big as Purdue. I don't see any way that they drive the paint, not for a second, against Purdue. Now, that being said, St. Peter's has seemed to found a magical three-point shot that is winning them a lot of ball games right now. So, Wells, are you on the Peacock train?
I'm going bold, and the Peacocks are going to advance, boys. When they're playing hot, you got to keep the hot hand going, boys.
Phil?
I saw the NIL picture. Those are some
hilarious.
Mondo wings, man. Like
They're massive.
Buffalo Wild Wings, if you want to sponsor me, I'll do the Blazing Challenge every week to make a deal out of it. You can do whatever the hell you want to me. Abuse me.
Maybe we'll go to B-Dubs and do the challenge. We'll just put it on the challenge.
I mean, no innuendo, be nice, but gentle.
You get no drink.
That's fine. I don't need a drink. I don't need ranch. I don't need blue cheese. I'm not an idiot. So,
all right.
Praise Jesus.
He couldn't hit a curveball.
Heard it here first, folks. Phil does not think Jesus can hit a curveball.
Tebow couldn't even play baseball. Let's be real. Just saying, the proof's in the pudding. Tebow only made it as high as AA.
So we'll move on to the next one.
We're moving on. St. Peter's is sitting at minus 2.5. I'm sorry. Yeah. Purdue's minus 2.5. It's a 12.5 cover to St. Peter's. No one's going to believe them until they continue going. Like Will was talking about, they're very tall. You got a 7'1" guy down low in Edley. You've got other size that's permanent.
Ivy, like, Jaden Ivy.
Yeah. There's a lot of athleticism to take in here. And that's not to say that they didn't face that against Kentucky. I think the size they'll face here today will be much better, more efficient, and more acclimated to the game than what Kentucky can provide. So I do think that Purdue pulls it out. Just because I've got to say it. Like, the over-under is 135.5. I'm not going to touch that because I want the Peacocks to keep it close. And if they can do that, they can somehow manage on offense with the efficiency they have been, then I'm going to take them to cover here strictly because I want to watch a game. So I do think Purdue advances. I'm going to take the St. Peter's Peacocks, baby, to cover that 12.5. And I'm going to buckle down for this one. I'm 100% going to watch this game and nothing else. So, yeah, that's my take.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I like the Peacocks to cover, but I definitely like the Boilermakers to move on to the Elite Eight. We're going over to what some are calling the douchebag matchup of the century.
Tennessee still in it?
No, not Tennessee. We're talking Arizona. Arizona, Houston.
At least we made the tournament, bro. At least we made it. Yeah. Ole Miss hadn't made it in years.
Well, it doesn't do you any good when you just leave the tournament.
Hey,
respectively.
Hey, respectively,
that's true.
boys. No, both of
We
these
made
teams
it.
exited the courts waving goodbye and kissing kisses to their opposing fans after their last game. Oddly enough, it kind of felt like they both planned it because they were both on Sports Center for doing the exact same thing, just moments apart. I don't mind it. I think it's good showmanship. I think that's what we call sports. Um, I like Houston. I thought both teams would be out to this point. I didn't think that this side of the bracket would look the way it looks. I know a lot of people called me stupid for having Arizona out and Houston out up to this point, but I did. Uh, I like Houston. I like Houston. Sweet and simple. Do you guys have any deeper analysis on that, or you picking one way or the other, Phil?
Uh, so I still had Arizona in it, but this is where I had them losing. I really wanted Illinois to advance to this point because I liked their balance that they had on offense and defense. I mean, Houston just flat out ran them over. Athleticism took over. Uh, Houston's playing good ball right now. Honestly, my Arizona's minus 1.5. The over/under's 145.5 because I took Illinois to beat Houston, and Houston just absolutely outgunned them. I'm gonna pick Houston in this game. I am gonna take them on the money line. No need for me to bet the points, even though it's one. Like, look, I'm just gonna go money line. They got to win by one anyway. Over under, I probably won't touch. It's going to be a fantastic game. It's going to be an athletic game. It's going to be up and down. So because of that, I am going to take Houston money line. This is going to be one of my money line picks of the week.
I like it. I like it. I'm on Houston as well. Wells, Cougars or Wildcats?
Cougars all day, baby. Everybody loves Cougars, dog. Everybody loves Cougars. If you don't, you're missing out. But I'm taking the Cougars on money line, and I'm going to pick the over.
There you go.
I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. So let's move on. Let's move on. Sweet 16 on to the next
So
one.
you got,
What's
like,
the
a
next one in my notes?
superhero
I'm trying to
line
go
right
in
here.
order. My notes aren't in order of the game, so I pulled up the bracket so I can go in the correct order. I don't even think this. We should have went in order of TV time, I guess, for the listeners. But
No point. Thursday, Fridays, fuck around, have fun.
yeah, it'll be fun. So we got Michigan and Villanova. At this point, both of these teams look very good. I think Michigan, although we said they might not have deserved to make the tournament with how they ended their season, they're playing like the team that they were preseason ranked. And I think they're going to be tough to stop. But Jay Wright has experience in the tournament. He's always got a good team. Wells, Villanova Wildcats.
Wolverines are going to get the dub. I feel it. They whooped Tennessee's butt last game, and I think they're going to continue that fire they have within them. So I'm going Wolverines outright.
Yeah, when they play like that down
Wolverines.
low, it's hard to beat any team that's got a down low presence like that. Phil, any stats or over/under spreads we should be looking out for?
So I have spoken to a confident source near me, a Michigan native. He's not biased. And he thinks that it's going to be a close game. He was very uncertain about Michigan overtaking him. With that little hesitation, I picked Villanova to make a run here, but I also had him losing to Illinois in the next round in the Elite Eight. So I think Michigan can outman them down low if they can play close-knit, efficient ball with Dickinson and company. The line's at -5 to Villanova. Over-under's at 135.5. In order for Michigan to win this game, I don't know if they have the firepower to come back from behind like they did on a Colorado State and win. Just because if you dare and you go out and you do what you do against Colorado State to Villanova, Villanova's going to hit those shots. It gives Michigan a chance, though. With the size and how they're playing right now, it gives them a chance. That's typically what goes deep. If your offense is failing you from mid-range or later, you can dish it down low. You can make it run. I'm actually going to pick Michigan to cover this line. I think it's going to be a good game and come down to the wire. I'm going to pick Villanova to win, but I'm picking Michigan to cover that 5.
I like that pick. I think I got Michigan moving on this one. I think Villanova is tight. I think they run a tight ship. I think they shoot the ball well. But I think I mean, you can't say one team's hotter than the other because they're on a run right
it's
now.
grind time, baby.
It's grind time, but I've watched every
Grind
game
it out.
almost up to this point, and I like the way Michigan's playing. I thought Tennessee would get the job done because Tennessee was playing hot, but unfortunately, another Rick Barnes team out of the tournament earlier. But at least Rick Barnes is in the tournament. At least he's got a recruiting class. I won't get into that nor here nor there because that's not what this podcast is about. On to the next one. Kansas Jayhawks at Providence. I had to apologize to Providence. I called them frauds entering this tournament, but now I have them beating Kansas. Phil, tell me why I shouldn't think that.
Because they're frauds. They've done well up to this point, but I'm sorry, this is where it ends. Jayhawks minus 7.5. I'm picking them to cover. They are the up and down, more athletic team. Providence has played a lot of close games throughout the year, and they've won, and it's paid off dividends in this tournament. You just cannot do that day in and day out. Once you get to the tournament, you can be a Cinderella story, but it's not going to happen here. And not that they would be. I think they were a 4 seed, but over/unders 141.5. I think that's going to hit. I'm going to same game parlay this. I'm going to take Kansas at minus 7.5 or minus 8, whichever one they give you. It doesn't matter at that point. And then take me the over at 141.5. You can even adjust that up to 143.5 if you want better odds. I think Kansas takes this over fairly handily and probably stretches it out and wins by anywhere about 9 to 11 points.
I'm taking Providence to cover. I don't mind Kansas moving on, but I have Providence covering there. Thanks, boys, on that one. We're going to move down to the teams that Wells had moving on and no one else did. Iowa State and Miami, 11-10 matchup in the Sweet 16.
Miami all day, baby. All day. Miami right here, boy.
All right, we got Wells on Miami. Phil, who you got?
So I had Auburn getting to face the winner of Miami USC, but I picked USC. I thought they were going to be more physical down low. They were taller. I just assumed with Auburn's team, once they got Miami, that the offensive rebounding would take over and they would win with second chance. Well, Miami didn't even give me a shot there. They whooped up on USC. They whooped up on Auburn. I'm going to take them again. They're minus 2.5 right now. They're minus 2.5 against Iowa State. The over-under's at 133.5. So, I mean, I bet on them last second on the money line. Shit, why not? I'm going to take them again. I'm taking them to cover. I think Miami has what it takes in this run with athleticism and back and forth to actually make some noise, which they already have. So let's go Canes. Come on.
Canes and over right here. Boy.
I agree. Yeah, let's go.
Let's go Canes.
Why stop now, Wells? Why stop now?
All right. Well, that was the Sweet 16. I like those picks. I think they're strong picks. If you guys are smart, listen up. Throw a few bucks on any of those that you liked. What's your favorite one out of all of those? I personally, I'm not like betting wise, but to watch, I'm looking at that North Carolina UCLA game. I think it's my favorite game of the Sweet 16.
Betting wise, I'm taking North Carolina. I think that's the best bet. I mean, they've absolutely outshined everyone they've played, and you're giving them 2.5 points. So yeah, give me the money line. Let's frickin' rock and roll. I'm gonna bet North Carolina money line. I'm gonna put a good sum on it. As far as best game,
Canes.
I don't know. That's gonna be a fun game. Best game.
That's why it's the best. It's fun.
Give me Tech and Duke. Give me Tech and Duke. Give me Texans, Tech, and Duke. You got a bunch of athletes, good defense, good offense. That may be the best top to bottom game.
I agree. Any last thoughts on the Sweet 16 before we move on, fellas?
Oh, I got a question for Wells. Just because this is actually going to be something that's out there in the Sweet 16 bettors. Wells has been spot on in his bracket, especially with upsets so far. So we're going to take it to the 10 seed, 11 seed matchup and, make your decision off this, fellow bettors. But Wells, does the game end in a buzzer beater?
Which game we talking about here?
Iowa State, Miami.
I'm going to say no.
No.
Miami's going to whoop them.
I think it's an ass whooping. All right. Well, out of any game on that slate, do you think one ends in a buzzer beater?
I'm going to go UNC, buzzer beater.
Get to that. Okay. All right. It should be a step, depending on where you're betting. We do a lot of our stuff through DraftKings, guys. So depending on where you're looking, look at some of those specialty bets, look at their promotions. Now we're getting into that nitty gritty. Buzzer beaters should be a bet. And if you've got that option, heard it from Wells, a little North Carolina Bruin action.
Sure. But the most exciting buzzer beater, most exciting
We're gonna have
buzzer beater I'd
one.
like to
We gotta
see
have
is
one in the Sweet 16.
the Peacocks. Let's see the
Thing is,
Peacocks
Peacock-
get us.
all right.
Let's see the Peacocks get it.
If that talk about some crazy ass odds.
Now that would be
if that
wild,
ends on a buzzer
yeah.
beater, that's some money right there, son. Especially if you had them cocks,
The Cocks gonna get the dub.
I'm really rooting for the peacocks. I really am.
And our picks haven't been terrible. My picks haven't been the best, but Phil and Wells have won some money over the last week and a half. Listen up. Take some advice. Throw some money down. Hashtag DraftKings. Hashtag
That
FanDuel.
cash money.
Hashtag Caesars Sportsbook. Make some money. Do it responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER if you have a problem. But on to our picks from this morning. We've been throwing some quick picks out in the mornings. I really started today. I had a few last week. I had the Grizzlies plus 2.5, and I had the Suns covering their spread today as well. And let me tell you, the Grizzlies came out strong. And if you followed me, you weren't disappointed with that Grizzlies bet. And if you also followed me, you were very happy with that Suns bet. And Wells.
What's the score of my team?
Lakers
bro?
down 5, about 2 minutes before half. So
Okay,
you're
all
covering for now. We know
Yes,
LeBron's
sir.
not playing tonight. That could be a factor. You probably didn't know that because when he announced he
not.
wasn't playing, the line dropped to 9.5. So I don't know when you got your picks put out there. So you had 7.5. So we hope that they cover that 7.5 for you. But for all the rest of you out there that caught that later, it's 9.5, or hopefully you took the other side of that. We'll see if Wells prevails. We will see if Wells prevails.
Yes, sir. It's gonna happen.
It is gonna happen.
Yes, sir. Go Sixers, baby.
Go Sixers.
Go
Go
Cox.
Sixers. So now we're gonna go into a segment in honor of my favorite sportscaster, Dan Patrick. We're going to try to end each one of these with a little host to co-host sports trivia questions. We'll go one at a time, and then we'll keep a little tally after every 5 or 6 episodes. So we'll show the score and see who's ahead in the boat there. Does that sound like a plan to you fellas?
Yeah, I can do some
Yes,
trivia.
sir. Let's do it. Trivia is fun.
All right.
Easy moves.
We're going to go MLB today to start.
I had it.
This is kind of a handicap for Phil there. Phil's baseball knowledge is kind of above the average human being, but Wells is a good fan, so we'll see if he can keep up here.
Talk me up, and I'm gonna fuck it up.
Let's hope you mess it up.
I'm not going to ask you. I have a list of MLB trivia questions that I saved this morning for this segment. And the first one I saved just because no one would know it. Like, I wouldn't even begin to ask it because do you guys know who Archie Vaughn is?
No.
Archie Vaughn is the all-time home run leader.
First baseman?
Nope, shortstop. So all-time shortstop home run leader for the Pirates
For the
specifically.
Expo?
About to say he's not even top 10 all time. Get the fuck out of here,
Archie Vaughn.
Archie
Mr.
Vaughn.
Vaughn.
In case you need
That's
to know.
a heck of a name.
In case you need to know.
Vaughn.
In case you need to know.
All right. Sorry,
Pirates fans.
All right. One of my favorite World Series that I remember in my lifetime. It's actually one of the earliest World Series I remember watching. Outside of, I don't remember the Braves 95, but I do remember 99 losing to the Yankees. But the first World Series that I truly remember, and it's because of a bunch of different factors, video games in particular, was 2002. Does anybody know? We'll start with Phil here. Who was the World Series MVP in 2002?
Just the Red Sox?
Angels.
Angels with John Lackey? Was he the MVP?
He was not.
Won the last game, didn't he?
He was. I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a hint every time you guess and miss. Backyard baseball.
Vaughn.
No.
Robert Glass.
Wells. Ding, ding, ding.
Oh,
Comes
let's
in.
Oh, baby! Let's go!
I was thinking.
Troy
Yeah, Tim
Gloss.
Salmon. Yeah, David Erskine on that team. Eckstein. Did you have K-Rod closing? Is that the closer was?
John. Madden.
You did have Jared. Yeah, you had old Jared Weaver.
I think Joe Madden was a hitting coach.
He hadn't quite made it yet.
All right, Wells.
Back home now.
Wells, here's your question.
Hey, 0 for 1.
So we'll stick to that format. I probably should explain it a little better. Wells will get 2 guesses. After the second guess, if he doesn't have it right, feel free to answer whenever you know it.
Okay.
But I'll give a hint every time I hear a wrong answer. I'll give a hint. March 20th. Okay, yeah, that was the date. I don't know why I just read that off here. Who are the only 2 Kansas City Royals players to lead the American League in home runs? One hit 48 in 2019, and the second one hit 48 in 2021.
Hit 49.
I don't know the answer to that, to be honest. I have no idea.
All right, Wells. First hint for the first player. He hit a very significant home run for your favorite team in the World Series this year.
Soler, my man!
Hey.
Heck yeah, dude.
What's his average? 226?
I don't have his average here. I just had the question and answer. But the other one I believe is still with the Kansas City Royals.
49. Yeah, he's still there. Pretty sure it's 49 home runs.
Who do they have to hit 49 home runs a few years ago?
You wouldn't know because you didn't watch them.
It was last year.
Why would I watch them?
Asshole.
They haven't been good since they won the World Series.
Oh,
That's true. They
2014 does seem like a long time ago. All right, Phil, you got a guess for player number 2?
go guess. Salvador Perez.
Salvador Perez, it is.
It's a catcher.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, welcome to our edition of Shitty Sports Trivia. It'll get better and better each week as I prepare a little bit better and my boys' brains grow a little bigger. If that's a thing.
Big.
Bailey scratching at me, telling me it's time to go. Thanks for sticking around. It's been a little bit of a lengthy video, but please like and subscribe, leave a comment, let Phil and Wells know what you think about their glasses or their sports analysis today. And I hope you had fun. This has been Smoking the Spread.
Jax will be in next time, boys. Let's go. Like and subscribe.
Through all day, boys.
And scared money don't make money. Throw some shit down. Start a DraftKings account. Start a FanDuel account.
Oh, the bankroll on it.
Do not let your big brain go without making itself some money this weekend.
Yeah, trail those bets. Let's do it, boys.
All right.
Put the cash down, boys.
Peace.
Peace.